Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rogers Base here, and if you've been involved in the One Piece community for a while now, then you've no doubt already heard of One Piece Treasure Cruise, a free-to-play RPG that's amassed over 100 million downloads since its release back in 2014. However, since its initial release, there have been so many new modes, features, characters, and playstyles added to the game that if you're a new player, it might seem a little overwhelming to jump into it in 2022. But thankfully, that's what we're here for. Me and a team of my fellow One Piece creators are teaming up with Bandai Namco to deliver you an 8-part tutorial series on everything you need to know to get started playing One Piece Treasure Cruise in 2022. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be filling you all in on what you'll need to get started playing Treasure Cruise's Pirate Rumble mode. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. At its core, Pirate Rumble is the PvP mode of One Piece Treasure Cruise, where you can challenge other players in rival matches that you can take on up to 3 times a day. Now, if you win against these other players, you'll earn Rumble points that will increase your rank and earn you better rewards, as well as Rumble tickets, which you can spend in the Rumble shop on various rewards and to upgrade your facilities on Gather Island. Additionally, each new season of Pirate Rumble will introduce a new exclusive unit, and many of these units can prove to be valuable crewmates, not just in Pirate Rumble mode, but also in the other modes of Treasure Cruise as well. Now, the first thing worth noting about this mode is that all the gameplay is actually automatic, so while there's a lot of strategy and planning involved in setting up your teams, once you've entered a match, all you need to do is sit back and watch to see if that planning paid off. With that being said, there are also lots of things you'll need to understand before hopping into battle against other players, so I'd like to take the opportunity today to break down what everything means in this mode and how to craft a fun experience that'll suit your own gameplay needs. First things first, I'd like to explain the difference between rival match and single match, since this is something I've frequently seen people confused about. Single matches are where you're going to want to start your Pirate Rumble journey. These are unranked single-player fights that you can play as many times as you want to unlock facilities on your Gather Island, which you'll later upgrade using the tickets that you'll earn from rival matches. I'll explain more about Gather Island later in this video, but essentially, single matches are a great way to test out your teams before taking on other players in the true competitive PvP portion of Pirate Rumble, Rival Match. Now, as I stated earlier, rival matches are fights against actual other players' teams and act as the core gameplay portion of Pirate Rumble mode. If you manage to beat another player's crew, you'll earn Rumble tickets, like I mentioned earlier, as well as Rumble points, which will increase your rank and in turn, earn you more rewards over the course of each season. Now, each season of Pirate Rumble is broken down into 4 parts: Block A, Block B, Block C, and then finally, the Championship. Now, each of these parts lasts for a little over a week, and if you manage to rank high enough in the prelim blocks by earning enough Rumble points, you'll enter a Championship block where you can earn fantastic rewards. Now, if you're not able to play as much during a certain season, or you don't manage to rank high enough for the Championship block, you'll instead enter an Exhibition block where you can still continue to play rival matches against other players and still earn your daily rewards. They just won't be as good as what you would have earned in the Championship. Additionally, it's important to note that you should try to maintain a win streak or a high win rate while in preliminaries. If you're matched with opponents that have a team that you don't think you can beat just yet, use the Reset Opponents button to re-roll and find new ones. You'll earn more points by beating opponents ranked higher than you, but especially early on in a season, I found that maintaining the bonuses you'll earn from a win streak make it a lot easier to enter that championship spot later on. There are also special rules that are active for each block that can, for example, boost certain characters' classes or types. We'll talk a little bit about team building later, but try to keep these special rules in mind when putting together your teams, since you can earn better rewards and Rumble tickets by following them. Now, the nice thing about Rival Match, and the reason why Pirate Rumble has managed to become my personal favorite mode in Treasure Cruise, is because it always feels like you're earning something. You never really feel like you're wasting your time. The scrolls you earn as rewards for winning your daily rival matches can boost your unit's Pirate Rumble level, which I'll explain in a little bit. The tickets you earn can upgrade your Gather Island facilities, which will allow you to collect items, boosters, evolvers, and even rainbow gems, and you'll earn each season's new character just from playing the rival match too. Also, due to the great auto setup features, Pirate Rumble is, in my opinion, one of the easiest modes to start collecting great daily rewards in, at least once you know what you're doing, without having to devote too much of your precious time each day to playing. Now, speaking of daily rewards, I think it's finally time for me to explain Gather Island. Now, remember those facilities you earned from playing single matches? This is where you can access them. Each facility can be mined for different collectibles, and as you upgrade them using the Rumble tickets you earn from playing Rival Match, the rewards that you reap from them will increase. So every hour, the Berry Cave will earn you berries. Every day, you can access the Guiding Mine, fishing spot, and treasure hunters. The guiding mine can give you limit break materials, the fishing spot can give you boosters and evolvers, and the treasure hunters can earn you a variety of items from tomes to training drinks and more. And finally, the meat roaster and the rainbow gem tree can be farmed for free stamina meat and rainbow gems, with the time between your rewards becoming more frequent the more you upgrade these facilities using your Rumble tickets. In addition to the mineable and farmable facilities, there are also facilities that will increase things such as your attack and your stamina, as well as a training ground that will earn you training points that you could then spend in Rayleigh's Bazaar. There are lots of different facilities, so upgrade them in whichever way you think will be most rewarding to you personally. But if I can make a suggestion though, it may seem tempting to try to max upgrade facilities such as the Rainbow Gem Tree right away, but don't do it. There's no need to rush. It may take you months to earn enough tickets to max upgrade even one facility, even if you're playing Pirate Rumble all the time. So I'd actually recommend spreading your tickets across the facilities that are beneficial to your playstyle. That way, it'll always feel like you're earning valuable items and will make your playtime all the more rewarding. And while I mentioned earlier that there's also a Rumble shop where you can spend your tickets, Gather Island is really where you're going to want to spend them. The daily rewards that you can earn from these facilities, especially as a newer player, are very helpful in boosting up your units, not just in Pirate Rumble mode, but also for the rest of the game as well. But enough about Gather Island, let's go back to the main Pirate Rumble screen and talk a little bit about setting up your crews for battle. So if you click the setup button, you'll notice two other buttons here, Defend and Attack. Your defending crew is the crew that other players will match and fight against in their rival matches, and your attacking crew is the one that you'll fight them with. Now, each crew has a total cost of 300, and every unit has a designated cost as well, just like in standard gameplay. You can designate up to 5 of your characters as your main crewmates, as well as up to 3 characters as your subs, who will tag in when one of your main crew members are eliminated in a fight. Now, some characters have excellent Rumble abilities that will activate upon being subbed in, so it's important to take a look at each of your character's Rumble abilities before deciding on who to place on your team. Actually, while we're on the topic, let's talk a little bit about Rumble abilities and Rumble specials too, since these are very important for understanding team setup. Now, while you can use any of the units that you've earned while playing One Piece Treasure Cruise in Pirate Rumble, you're going to want to focus on utilizing characters who have Rumble abilities and Rumble specials. Now, if you go to your character list, select a character, and then click on the big yellow button that says Rumble Stats, you can see for yourself if that unit has a Rumble ability and a Rumble special. These are techniques that are only utilized in Pirate Rumble mode and are essential to succeeding in it. Now, Rumble abilities are activated when a crewmate is summoned into battle in a Pirate Rumble match. And Rumble specials are the special attacks that characters can activate in Pirate Rumble once they've built up their special meter enough. Both Rumble abilities and Rumble specials can be upgraded utilizing the scrolls that you'll earn from playing Pirate Rumble mode. And you'll be earning scrolls a lot, so it's always important to be upgrading the units with the abilities and the specials that have earned you the most success during your practice matches. Additionally, try to only use scrolls of the same color as the unit that you're upgrading, since it'll give you bonus Rumble EXP and will make your climb to max leveling your Rumble specials and abilities that much easier. All right, back to the team setup screen. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I would be here all day if I were to dive into all the minutia of which units, which specials, and which abilities you should be using, as well as special seasonal rules for each of the rival match blocks, so I'm not going to do that. If you're ever curious and you want to dive into all the details on what specific trusty character units you should be using, there is an incredibly thorough rules button that you can click at the top of your crew edit screen. That will give you all the information you'll ever need on that and then some. And since this video is part of a tutorial series, I'm assuming you just want to know how to jump in and get started. Now, the easiest way to do that is click the big orange auto edit button. This will automatically fill your team with units best suited to your attack team and your defense team. And especially when you're just getting started, these crews will usually help you get the job done. Just remember, always be upgrading the Rumble abilities and the specials of the units that are bringing you success as often as you can. Of course, you can also change the order of your units in your auto-edited teams and swap out units as well. Just make sure not to go over that crew cost of 300. Once you've settled on a team, take note of the total combat power of your team, and then you're ready to get started. Now remember, you'll earn more points in Rival Match by taking down teams with a higher level than your own. But sometimes, especially early on in a season, it doesn't hurt to have a really strong team and earn some easy wins.
And with that, you are finally ready to start taking down some rival pirate crews. I hope this beginner's guide to Pirate Rumble was helpful, and if you have any questions or tips for your fellow players, feel free to drop them in the comments below. In the next part of our tutorial series, Stump D will teach you all how to maximize your time playing the treasure map mode, so look forward to that. You can check out the playlist below or click the end screen of this video to watch that episode in our tutorial series as soon as it's available. Until next time, Nakama!